Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back with another Fortnite video. And in today's video, I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks on how to win more in Fortnite. And as well, with this gameplay in the background, it is a 22 kill gameplay I had in duo squads earlier. So a very good gameplay, and as well, I dropped another 20 kill gameplay, I think just a few games before. So I'm going to be showing that gameplay in another video coming up very soon. But for this video, I have the 22 kill gameplay, and I had a really good clutch at the end. I think I had to clutch it up on like 2 or 3 teams at the end to win the game. And before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. If you guys want a chance to win some free V-Bucks, all you need to do is to drop a like on this video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on my notifications, and leave a comment down below of your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. And as well, if you guys don't already, make sure you guys have me added and supported as a creator. It's super simple to do. All you need to do is go to the item shop, then just tap X and hit support a creator, and then type in my code. It's the same as my gamer tag. Just type in Young Humor and you will have me added and supported as a creator. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks on how to win more in Fortnite and as well commentate over this gameplay. So like I said earlier, this is a 22 kill gameplay here in duo squads. And of course, like always, I'm landing at tilted towers. And for this gameplay, I actually landed in the middle building, which normally I don't really land at. I normally land at the red umbrella building. If you guys know what I'm talking about, some people call it apartments or whatever you guys call it. That's usually where I land at because I like it the best, just for different locations where I can, get shots out from. But for this game here, I landed in the middle, and the reason why I was boxed in there is because honestly the vertical audio in this game is pretty bad. I was running inside the building, grabbing a chest, trying to get a weapon, and as soon as I was right next to the weapon, it felt like people were right next to me. I don't know if they were below me, above me, so I just boxed in and waited for them to get next to me, and then just go for an easy pump shot, which allowed me to get pretty easy 2 kills right at the beginning. And from right here, I was waiting for my teammate to come over because he said he had some shield. And one thing that I'm doing here that a lot of you guys should do more often is once you have some sort of advantage, like here I have an advantage because they don't know where I'm at, and as though I have a little bit of a height advantage, and then down from here I have a really good angle on the players I'm going against. And even though initially what I'm just trying to do, I of course prefer to have an AR from this position because I can actually get some kills, but since I only had a pistol, all I wanted to do is just try to get a few tags off, just do anything I can to try to just see how much HP they have. And I end up getting a knock. I absolutely lasered the guy in the head. So I get the knock on the player, and as soon as I get the knock, I said screw it, you know what, I'm going to go for a full push on this guy, just because I knew there was only 2 other people over here, and just because it's a squad game, if I waited too long, what could happen is, if there's more teammates, in tilted towers, I'm going to be fighting more like a 1v3 instead of a 1v1. So always trying to push as quick as possible, especially in squads. If you know that the team's separated, that's going to be your best opportunity to get some really easy kills. And just like right there was other teammates in tilted towers, but because we pushed very quickly and was able to kill the team very fast, we didn't have to worry about the rest of his team coming over and going for the kills, because I do believe the rest of the teams were fighting over here in Umbrella. So coming over here, I was hearing a bunch of fighting inside of the building, and I did realize that I had a few dynamite. So what I want to do is just kind of open up the building, because even if the building blows up, they're still going to be fighting each other. So once the building blows up, it's going to give me an angle to have a really good third party, and that's exactly what I'm about to do. So I get my campfire off to get a little bit of HP, teammate gets that kill, and I'm going to be able to finish the player across. Because this player was just focused on my teammate, I get a pretty good laser on them. So I was able to finish off the last teams in Tilted. So after Tilted, we headed over towards Loot Lake, and in Loot Lake we're going to find a full another team over here. We originally thought it was just 1 player, but as we came over we actually found 4 of them. So coming in with the plane, we're going to try to get as many tags as possible. I think I got 1 or 2 tags. And from here, from this position, since it's squads and I know there's other players in balloons, I always try to go for high ground. And normally in duos, I always try to look for more shots. When it comes to squads and just getting sprayed from multiple angles, I think it's even more important in squads than in duos, just to keep high ground. Because if you don't keep high ground, you're going to get lasered from a ton of different directions, and it's going to be very difficult to pick off a lot of the kills. And that dude hits a miracle shot on me with the pump shotgun. So here I'm going to get a few of my heals off. So they would pick off those 2 players just from keeping high ground. And so my teammate's going to be fighting the last 2 players. And since I have these 2 players knocked down here and the other 2 are up above, The players that are above, they're going to be completely focused on my teammates. So when I'm coming up, I should be able to get a few easy tags just shooting at their back. So a teammate gets a knock on the player, so there's going to be one guy left. And this player is going to be dropping down to the bottom, and I notice he's going for the revive. So what I'm going to do is every single time that they drop down and box in, what I do every single time is I go for the wall replace instantly. And once I go for it, I can even have a deagle or I can even have an SMG. It doesn't really matter. As long as you shoot at their wall and go for the wall replace right away, they're not going to have any time to react, and you're going to be getting the wall every single time. The only time it's really difficult to get a wall replace if they're just sitting there holding turbo build. So honestly, the best way to do it is when they're unexpecting it. So of course, if they just drop down and they're going for the revive, the second you shoot out their wall and you go for the wall replace, most of the time they're not going to be able to react quick enough, and you're going to be able to get the wall because they're not going to have the wall replace on that. So right there, I pulled out my gliders by accident. Teammate was able to finish off the kill on that player. And when I was fighting this last team, one thing that I was always keeping in mind is I was noticing that the zone was coming in, and since the zone is going to be coming in, and since the zone came from a distance where it's going to be quicker, because if the zone is across the map, that means when you're running from the zone, it's going to be much quicker than if it's right next to it. So basically, the further the storm is, the faster it's going to go. So with the zone coming in, I want to try to finish off these players as fast as possible, because the worst thing that can happen is trying to fight in the storm and they just box in and then just wait for you to shoot you in the back, because they already know they're going to die to the zone. So really, they're just trying to get a knock on you or just laser you for all their HP or just do anything to just try to mess you up. And here in this gunfight, there is a lot to talk about because we're going to be running up on a full team. And not only that, this team likes to build a lot, and as well the team from behind me is eventually going to push up as well. So I'm going to be fighting this one team, and then eventually I'm going to get third party from another team. So initially going into the gunfight, I'm going to be going for high ground. I get a lot of tags on this player, and since I got so many tags, I know this player is low. And since I know this player is low, I want to try to go for the knock on him, because if I don't go for the knock on him, like you guys have seen, he did have an RPG. Fortunately, I was able to get the knock with the deagle right there. If not, I'd really have to make a really aggressive push to try to get a knock on that player. And as I was coming down, I got a really good tag on the Skull Trooper for about 80 or so shield. So at this point, I'm dropping down a little bit because, of course, initially when you first go into the gunfight, you want to go for high ground and try to get a shot off. But after that, you always want to try to drop down a little bit, just because, you know, if you're really high up, then you can get shot down a lot, which is going to be exactly what happens when the next team pulls up, because they're going to be pulling up with RPGs and such. So there, I was able to get a thirst. And the thing about squads, if you're fighting against squads by yourself, if there's a lot of players, you have to be trying to go for a thirst as much as possible. Of course, you're not going to be able to get it off every single time, because if you get a knock from a little bit of a distance and they box yourselves in, or whatever the case may be, it could be difficult to go for the thirst. But if you don't, I've had so many times in squad games where I've been running up 1v4, and just to kill the squad, I've had to get like 6 knocks because, you know, 2 of the players got revived. And I'm just popping the players again and again for their shield, and then after the gunfight, I don't have any shield at all. So here the storm's going to be coming in, and as I'm coming down, I want to try to get as many shots as possible, try to get a knock. And right here, I did hear a guy in the storm, so here I'm trying to overbuild, just do anything I can not to get shot, and he ends up getting a deagle on me. And that shot was honestly from one of the tightest angles I've ever seen. I don't know how he got the shot off on me, but he did get it on me. And so here I got just inside of the storm, and in the storm here I'm watching out because I know this player had a deagle, so I'm being very careful for, because obviously most of the players are going to be going for a pump deagle play. But as soon as this guy got outside of my box, I went for a really good play, going for a quick edit, and then hit him with a headshot from the pump. And as I'm trying to get my med kit off, I'm going to get pushed from another player. And honestly, I thought this was another team trying to push up on me. But luckily, I got lucked out a little bit because it was only a solo. So it made it for a pretty easy kill. So as he's running up, I get one tag there. And then now I'm going for high ground. And once on high ground, I want to try to go for a pump deagle shot. And just based on the way this player is building, he's not really paying attention too much. He's kind of spam building a little bit. I know if he starts building up a little bit, if he has a wall, I can easily deagle it out and then go for a pump shot, and he won't expect it. Just like right there, how I just easily deagled his ramp out, and then he fell down right into my pump shot. So there's going to be one more player that I have to fight before I fight the last teams, and he's going to be walking around below me. But at the same time, I did notice that the storm's going to be coming in 8 seconds, and if I didn't go for the kill quickly, then I'm going to have to fight this player in the storm, and I'm going to lose a lot of HP from it because I don't have any extra shield other than what I have. I just had the 15 bandages. And as I was running over, I found a supply drop and I got a few minis from it, so that came in really clutch. So now I'm at 150 HP. I get an absolute laser on this player from above, and from here I have a really good zone. So I get 1 tag on this guy, I get 2 tags with the deagle, and now I'm going to miss a ton of shots. This guy's just jumping around on the zip line, and I'm going to be able to get the knock on him. I get him with a 1 shot to the headshot, and just at the exact same time I get the shots on that player, I'm going to have a team of 4 over to my left side. So keeping in mind that the teams to my left, I have to be careful of basically the team to my left more than the team to my right, because the team on the right, I knocked out a few players. So here I'm going to keep high ground, and what's going to happen if I keep high ground on these players, the team from the left and also the team from the right are going to be fighting each other at the exact same time, which is going to allow me from high ground just to get a few extra shots. But since everyone died really quickly, it is now a 1v4, and I'm not gonna lie, this is not one of the best teams in Fortnite. I did kill him pretty easily, and since I was on such a high ground, these guys were just trying to spray me out constantly. I get 1 shot to the head with the deagle, and then finish him off my AR. And since, like I said, I always want to try to go for thirst as much as possible, I get 1 tag on him right there, and then this player just reviving him in the open. I'm not really sure what the play was right there. So I hear this other teammate trying to shoot me out as well, so I'm going to rotate a little bit over to my right. I'm going to miss my first pump shot, but my second pump shot is going to hit him for a 118, a really good shot. Then I'm going to finish him off with a 90 headshot. So here now is a 1v1. And I'm just going to get a few more tags on the player who's already knocked, just to kind of speed up the guy, the solo, just because he's going to probably push out a little bit more. And this guy is just peeking super hard. He's not building or nothing. I'm guessing he was just out of mass from the fight before, so I was able to finish him off pretty easily. And there we have it. That is a 22 kill gameplay. And with that being said, that's a wrap up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys liked it. And if you guys could, drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on my notifications notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I will see you next video.